Hey there, today's video is about my marathon nutrition testing. I'm making this video because I'm running the Boston Marathon in 2024. I've used Maurten for 10 marathons and I'm just a bit tired of them, and I'm looking for something new to try for Boston in 2024. And as always, there's chapter markers down below, so you can skip on through the bits you might be interested in. Let's get going. I'm primarily looking for a gel. I'm looking for 60 to 90 grams of carbs per hour. I'm interested in taste and waste. What I want is great taste and no waste. I hate the litter in marathons, and particularly in Boston, I really, you run along and you see so much litter. So yeah, I'm looking for as little waste and maximum taste. In the liquid versus solid department, I like fluids in terms of my carb intake. I don't want to be chewing for the entire marathon. But in New York, when I was running, I started to crave some solid food at one point in the marathon. So this time I'm going to bring a little bit of solid food to go along with the gels. In terms of this test, cost is largely immaterial. I'm looking for something for the Boston Marathon, and my nutrition plan is going to be one of the cheapest things that's going to happen in terms of expense on the marathon. When I'm training, it would matter. So some of the things I might race with might be different. I would test them in training. But if I was just looking for something for training, I may not go to the same extent, and cost might be of importance. But typically I don't use any nutrition if it's less than a half marathon. Even at half marathon, unless I was racing, I wouldn't take any nutrition. I'd just go out running. So yeah, I'm testing all of these, but the cost of them, and the cost does vary, and there's various packages and shipping and all sorts of things. So in this particular video, I'm not going to go through the cost in any great detail. To talk a little bit about Maurten, they are the sponsor of the Boston Marathon. It's a super product. I've run 10 marathons in it and I've set my personal best. So it's a really good product, but I can't handle the flavor anymore. I don't know whether it's sort of a non-flavor designed for people, I think, who find the gels too sweet, which I do. But lately I start to feel nauseous. Every time I think of it, I start to get nauseous. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a great product, and if you can handle taste, it's really good. Eliud Kipchoge has used it to break numerous records, but what I noticed from that is he's largely taking from a bottle. He's not taking a gel, and I find it much nicer in the bottle. So they make a drink mix. This is the drink mix 320, and there's caffeine and non-caffeine. There is this is the gel, which comes in caffeine and non-caffeine, and they also make an energy bar, which I really don't like the energy bar. So yeah, it might be great for you, but for me, it's not. No, I've had it with Maurten. I have been doing some marathon testing. I've tested beans, gels, I've tested mixes, cakes, bars, all sorts of stuff. I've tested solids, liquids. Thankfully, there've been no gases. And as well as the carbs, I've been testing for electrolytes, caffeine, pre-drink mix, post-recovery bars, the lot. I haven't tested every supplier, but I've tested SIS, Cliff, Decathlon, High Five, Precision Fuel, Maurten, as I mentioned, Kendal, Mint, McVitie's, anything I could get from Tesco. I've tested all sorts of stuff to, narrow it down to what I want to use. Some of the things that meant rejection where they were too sweet. So a lot of energy gels I just find too sweet. Might be able to hack one of them, but after that, no. Some of them had some nice products I liked, but for eating, but they were a bit, I had some crumbly, they were sort of a bit crumbly. I was worried about coughing. My racing partner Liam was pointing that out. Some of them had too much packaging. Some of them were not energy dense enough. They just didn't have enough density. Some were fine, but they were fiddly, too much of them to try and eat. And some of them gave me stickiness, which I really don't like sticky fingers when I'm running a marathon. Before the Boston Marathon, when I get up in the morning, I will be taking my usual Nescafe. That's going to be the first thing I drink, and then I'm going to try and drink some drink mix before I head off. Usually I would, if I'm running here regularly, I take some VitHit, which is an instant supplement and has caffeine and electrolytes, but it only has 3.6 grams of carbs. So although I use it on a fairly regular basis several times a week here, I won't be using it in the Boston Marathon. What I will be using instead is some Precision Fuel drink mix. It's got 30 grams per 500 milliliters, which is probably the amount I'll drink. 30 grams per 500 mil of carbs, and it also has 500 milligrams of sodium per 500 mil. And I'm really keen on avoiding hypernatremia and want to make sure my sodium levels are right. So that's what I'm going to do before the start. To talk about beans and bars, I bought lots of bars out at Decathlon. So I bought some of that. This is nougat, this is jellies. They all taste really good. They're inexpensive, very easy to open in terms of wrappers, no stickiness. They're all really good, but you have to eat an awful lot of them to get to the 60 to 90 grams of carbs an hour I want. And I'd be chewing all day, and also I'd have to carry them. So so although they're really good, and if I was going out running, I'll use all those on just regular runs and just take them out, eat them every now and then. So yeah, really good, but not this one. I tried all sorts of things like sports beans. They're all really nice. High Five energy gummies, power gel. They're all nice, but I have to carry an awful lot of them. Same is true of Cliff blocks. These are quite good, but I need to go through, I think, about 4 an hour. I've used these quite a lot, and I would scissors off the top, and then the package is ready to just take them out. But again, I'll be chewing all day, so I kind of rejected all of those. This is Precision Fuel. It tastes okay, but the Precision Fuel, I rejected that one. So pretty much I've rejected all the bars. There was one that I was really interested in. My training buddy Liam loves Jaffa cakes. They're a sort of sponge with some orange, with some available in various territories, and then available with some dark chocolate on top. I don't particularly like them, but they did sound like maybe they would work. I came across something that was made by them, which is Jaffa Joe Nuts. I mean, this tastes really good. It doesn't have the orange. The orange is baked into there's a sort of I guess like a bread donutty texture, which tastes orange with some chocolate on top. Tastes really good, but there's a lot of packaging that I'd have to, single-use packaging isn't really ideal as part of this as well. And I was a bit afraid, Liam pointed out, it might crumble a bit and I might start coughing. So I decided, even though I really like to taste them and I'll happily eat those as part of my testing, I won't be using those either. So on to gels. I tried several by Decathlon, various flavors. They all tasted really nice, but they were too sweet. This one is, I think this is salted caramel flavor I like. This one is cola of some form. They were fine, but they're too sweet. One of the things that is good is they have on the top, you can see there's a little slot there, so you could thread those through your through a little band on your waist, and you can also, when you're opening them, you only need to open once, and you can pull, and you actually have, or pulling this way, you end up with just one piece of waste. So that is really good, but again, I might get sticky hands. I tried that a few times. They are very inexpensive. They do taste nice, but like most gels for me, they're just a bit too sweet. I tried some High Five. I'll have a picture of it here because I drank it all. It had a great taste. I mean, really great. It's pure liquid pretty much. It goes down really easily. My main criticism of it would be that you had to have 2 pieces of waste, so it didn't have you couldn't thread it through the loop, and you end up with 2 pieces, and I got a bit of sticky hands, but it certainly tasted, really good. I then ordered myself a pack of Torq Gels. They have an amazing range of flavors, so I'll just read some of these. Cherry Bakewell, Lemon Drizzle, Raspberry Ripple, Rhubarb and Custard, Apple Crumble, Strawberry Yogurt. Now I know most of these are probably UK type flavors. I don't know how much of, Lemon Drizzle or Cherry Bakewell I eat in the States or elsewhere. But anyway, they tasted really good. They were a bit sweet for me if I opened the packet up. They're available in electrolyte and caffeine options. There's various different stuff, but they were really nice packaging. Squeeze me, really good, but just a bit sweet. What flavor is this one? This is, they're vegan. Strawberry yogurt, fast delivery, 2-to-1 maltodextrin to fructose, etc. And there's 5 electrolytes and natural flavors. These are really good. So if you like, if you can take sticky gels and sweet gels, these are really good. But again, I'd have sticky hand syndrome. So much as I like them, they were next to be knocked off the list. One of the companies that impressed me most was Precision Fuel. I ordered a package. It arrived with a little handwritten note in, which I really did appreciate. That sort of stuff I really like. I ordered some gels primarily. I obviously ordered some drink mix because I'm definitely going to be using that. It was really good. But the gels come in these little packets for the most part with 30 grams of carbs. And again, it's got the little loop. You can put it into your belt and 1 piece waste. But it also comes in larger packets. So this is 90 grams of carbs, so 3 of the others, and there's a little sealable top. So that was really good for reducing the waste. There's a free consultancy. I think you can actually have a video consultancy, but there's also an online configurator, if you could call it that. Asked me some simple questions: the distance I was running, when I was running, the time, what I thought the weather would be like, whether I thought I was a heavy sweater or not. And so you ask you all these kinds of things, and then you pop it in, and then it spit out really quickly a plan of what you could take from their products and also how much it would cost to buy. And I thought it was really good, made things very easy, and the gels, they do taste great. The drink mix tastes nice. So yeah, that was an honorable runner-up in this particular test. One thing about Precision Fuel is they have a US store and they have an EU store, and I'm assuming a UK store, and depending which one you order from in your area, you won't get hit with tax and import duties. And that is not the same with all of the different gels depending on where you buy them, and I can't comment on any others, but that I can with the Precision Fuel. So it varies. They're all pretty much out of the UK, but they can be ordered in different places around the world. But yeah, pay attention to the shipping and the tax charges, which I've had on numerous products that have arrived in here, not any of these particular gels. But yeah, so let's move on. The gel I've chosen to run the Maurten in is from Kendal Mint. This comes in a big, large pouch, 700 grams in the pouch. They recommend 70 grams per hour. It flows really easily. This is the mint flavor. I really like it. It tastes like the nicest toothpaste you could imagine. There'll be no waste. I won't have sticky hands because effectively I put it into these 2 hydro packs that came with it. You can get them with and without. But effectively this hydro pack is 150 milliliters, as is this one, and I only need to put in 70 grams per hour, and 2 of these will easily sort it for me and they'll easily be carried. So that is going to be really good. No sticky hands, no waste. I really like the taste. There's a lot of caffeine in it. There's also electrolytes, so I don't need to carry additional electrolytes. Last time I was carrying tablets, they fell out and I lost them. It was fiddly, so there's that. So yeah, the gel for me is Kendal Mint. I was delighted. I was at the National Running Show in Birmingham last weekend or the week before, can't remember. And yeah, they won the Sustainability Award, which I can easily see why. So that's going to be the gel of choice. Which of these should you buy? Well, for before, I'm going to use the Precision Fuel. There's 60 grams of carbs, 1,000 milligrams of sodium per liter. I'm going to take 500 millimeters of it the night before, 500 milliliters of it on the morning of the race. I'm going to be fueling myself with Kendal Mint in a hydro pack, and 2 of these for the race. And then to eat, I did mention eating, so I'm going to be taking these One Good Thing. So this is the box they come in. I think this is UK only, I'm not sure. It's really good, really good. These are little bars that are covered in beeswax. This one is the salted caramel, and this one, which I've been chewing my way through, is honeycomb. I wanted to show you that. I didn't show it the last time I talked about this, but it actually holds itself. So you can take a chunk, eat another chunk. It doesn't have any wrapper because it comes in beeswax, and the labeling is on rice paper. So it's all entirely edible. I'll pack 1 or 2 of those maybe in my shorts, just to see, and yeah, if I get hungry along the way, and then yeah, maybe a Sam Adams for the finish. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you did, it would be great if you would hit the like button. As always, there'll be lots of stuff in the description below, and I'll happily answer any questions you put into the comments. There'll be a big blue subscribe button popping up there, and some related videos there. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, just keep running along. Mm.